Welcome back to another installment of Dyson Sphere Program. Let's see. Really ought to start leaving myself notes. I'll consult with future me about possibly setting up notes so that it's easy for me to remember what the crap it was I was doing. Meantime, we've got some various researches, because I know that I was kind of looking forward to quite a few things, like the sped up conveyors, and especially later on being able to do the interstellar logistics station. That would be absolutely lovely. So we'll just kind of have to, wing it, because, yeah, I can't even completely remember exactly what I was doing. Actually, let's pull up my inventory. I happen to have a bunch of fire ice. Oh, which I can apparently actually burn for rather decent returns. Holy crap. But that shouldn't be too big of an issue, because we got all the crunchy coal we could possibly need. Oh yes, that's right. I was kind of hand-feeding this just because I wasn't expecting this to last too particularly long. There we go. Although, we are low on power, but, I'm just gonna go and make the situation worse. Especially because I disconnected quite a few things in the process. And well, since I've been kind of procrastinating on it, switching fully off of wind, I'm just gonna force the issue and just jump off the deep end. Oh boy, so much of my power grid has actually been being held together by wind turbines. Like, not even just the power generation, although we're gonna see the consequences of me ripping up most of the power gen, but just turns out quite a bit of my machines were just directly connected to wind turbines. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I think that's all the wind. Ah, nope. Still got plenty of wind up over here. That's definitely breaking. That's survived. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do the... Oh, wait, hold on. Although that is my oil refinery, so not the worst thing, actually, for those to be temporarily brought offline. the key I'm thinking of. C, alright. Okay, so we have a supply of elastic coming in. And of course, power output is currently abysmal because I've kind of taken out most of everything. Oh, jeez. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. Oh, jeez, the sheer pain. Oh, we're down to 50% satisfaction. Holy crap. Problem is, if my base can't power itself enough... Oh, oops, missed a wind turbine. And of course, that happened to disconnect some stuff. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out the real reason Texas is having all these absolutely terrible blackouts at a really horrible time. It's just because, nah, screw it, we're going solar or bust. How the crap did I miss so many wind turbines? Like, how? Okay, so now that there's no satisfaction, I could have sworn there's an easy way to turn off machines, but I guess not. There we go. That works a little bit, I guess. Just shut down some of the oil refineries because just straight up, those are the power draw. Yeah, research speed is slow because I've turned off all the power. Definitely gonna get Fuller Sail Life taken care of. Because, yeah, that's gonna be a right proper must. Oh no. This was a terrible idea. Let me do it. That's right, I did. It was I, Dio. And since the satisfaction is always less than 100%, my accumulators aren't even charging. Okay, Dyson Swarm is producing 21.4 megawatts. What am I currently getting out of the system? 27 watt mega. No, wait, that's the demand. 13.2 megawatts. Am I really getting less than 50%? Well, I'm gonna check in because some seems a bit off. Yeah. It'll be a while before I can get 1.21 gigawatts. But yes. So I have a ray receiving bonus currently of 62%. Hold on, let me run some numbers. Okay, so 21 megawatts, we'll round up a little bit. Times 0.62 is 13.02, which I think is actually pretty close to... Yeah, it's 15 megawatts. And that's pretty much only just because I have some supplementary solar, plus maybe it's kind of splitting things up a little bit. Either way, oh boy. In hindsight, I probably should have called this jumping the shark, but you know what? I didn't anticipate that I'd be really cutting the umbilical at this point. This was kind of a bad idea, but oops. Okay. Well, the most important infrastructure is this, and everything supporting it, because if this goes down, basically I lose all of my power. So the things feeding into it, the photon combiners and the graphene. Nanographene, yeah, that's what it can be called now. I swear I might just start you know, that actually is a good idea. Just go in and see if I can mod the game and just edit the localization files. So we got the photon combiners, and those are going along pretty well from the looks of it. The only real... Okay. Okay, well actually we've got actually plenty of solar sails, so oh geez. Hop on over here, and I'm probably going to regret this at least a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, the Chingrish stuff. Honestly, the thing that really amazes me is that the voice lines deliver fluent Chinglish, and it's actually really impressive. Like, just whoever did the voice acting is either a bot or just that good. Alright. Orbit selected. Because, well, as it turns out, the only industry that really matters to me at this point is spamming as many EM rail ejectors as I can supply. Because the more of those I have, the more power I got, and I'm gonna want to maintain... I need to maintain, actually, slightly higher satisfaction. Because while it's all nice that I can run my base at 50% now, that's when the sun's shining. Now, since I've got things hooked up at both poles, I generally always have access to sun. But it's still kind of sketch to kind of rely on it like that. I've got batteries, but they kind of require the base to be charged. Okay, super magnetic rings. Cool, yeah. True. Alright, 2 more guns. I already had 4. No, I'm gonna need to craft 2 more guns on top of this. Because with 4 guns, I was at basically half satisfaction. So with 8 guns... Oh, good lord. What am I doing? Oh, I'm not sure if this will resolve itself. I'm hoping it will. How many am I holding on to personally? 10. It's not the best. Well, here's the thing. As an American, my Second Amendment rights grant me the ability to have an EM cannon in my backyard at all times, firing garbage at the sun. And I will fight to defend him, to defend that right. I'm sure you could probably come up with some absolutely bonkers reading of the Constitution that as that interpretation makes sense. Alright, so we'll see if I can get my base to hobble along long enough. Then I have carbon nanotubes, which is going to make it very interesting if I rename these to nanographene. I might I might rename the carbon nanotubes to super nanotubes. Jeez, it's gonna be so confusing to anyone trying to watch and understand my streams after the fact. Imagine just someone walking in episode 7 or whatever we end up, or whatever ends up being the halfway point, being so confused with the fact that I've renamed like half of the resources. Okay, gotta grab the last super magnetic ring, and then I need to go and get me some gears, because I've pretty much burned through all my iron. actually going to use a wireless power tower, because... No, that's right. Those actually have utter garbage for range. It's their wire reach that's really long. Okay, so hopefully I can get this started before dawn. Oh, yeah, finished before dawn. Whatever. Just assume the thing that I meant to say. Oh, yes. I can do that, and I think that actually fits. Come on, baby. Okay, all orbits are set. By the way, I actually ended up reading the second devlog, and yeah, it turns out that they actually really did a heck of a lot of research on this scrap. Okay, solar sails are loaded. Guns are standing at attention. Satisfaction is garbage. Oh boy. Ah, guns are firing. But the problem is, I'm not getting enough of the guns to go. Okay, ooh. That... You know what? That's a stopgap measure I am willing to take. Okay. Okay. I have now created an isolated power net that's hooked into one of the sets of ray receivers. What do you know? Satisfaction has gone up. Nice. So now there's a portion of the base that always has basically no power because it's disconnected, and one that's receiving, well, enough power. Okay. Oh, geez. Really? Generation capacity down to only 12 megawatts. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll try recombining the power grids, and immediately all my satisfaction went away. Then again, satisfaction was kind of bound to decline because, basically just because the guns were failing to fire. Problem is just, I can't keep these guns going. must be going again, just so that there's an automatic line, because otherwise I'm totally gonna forget. Oh, I do have some accumulators here. That's what was charging. Alright, I kinda hate to do this, but I've got to put these things back. Because otherwise I'm in a situation where I don't have enough power to fire my gun so that I can actually get power again. So we got bootstrappers. Well, they're gonna have to work real freaking hard, but yeah. Worst case scenario, I do also actually have another one of these things in storage somewhere. First off, I would really like to refill my personal inventory. That's, you know, that's fine. We'll drop those off. And yes, all three of these are real far away from my crunchy coal lines, because that's how much of a stopgap measure these are meant to be. And then, basically once dawn hits and I can start firing again, I think I might go and re-disconnect everything. We'll let that be disconnected. Okay, and then cut that. I should see if I can put a tower there to kind of keep titanium diamond manufacturing. No, that is still, that's powering too much. That is far enough. Cool. I think if I put that tower there, nice. Ah, okay, there is a link right there. That's gonna connect. That is good. Okay. So now, my conveyors won't... I won't be making more conveyors, which honestly is fine considering the how many I currently have as backup. So now I should be ready to sever that connection at a moment's notice. Let me stock up more crunchy coal. Go and babysit the engines a bit. Oh, we're firing. Disconnecting those. Satisfaction guaranteed. Come on, baby. Yeah, unfortunately, just due to all the due to the power problems, it's gonna take a bit for us to recover. But it does seem like we are actually recovering a bit. Which is absolutely music to my ears. Sometimes I swear, yep, I might have a simpler time doing everything if I was doing freaking Kerbal Space Program. Okay. Get a few more shots. That'll probably be, yep, that was that thing's last shot. Reconnecting power grids. Of course, now we're discharge and just generally greatly reduced satisfaction, but now we're operating at like 2/3 satisfaction rather than just straight up half. It's actually not bad. Apparently, we were catching 70% there. Of course, I'd imagine that kind of given time and stuff. Oh, yes. Okay, cannons are firing again. Are they able to keep up? I don't think they are. So I'll sever the link just to make sure that these guns fire. Then I'll reattach once half the guns out of range again. Well, out of pitch? Not quite sure best way to describe that, but either way, when half the guns stop shooting. Okay, meanwhile, this side's actually getting some 20%. And keep in mind, that is pure solar. That is some 6 megawatts of pure solar it's getting. Okay. I believe we're going to be hitting the limit on our guns in a minute. Okay. Both have gone orange, so retime the grids. This is where I really go for a power, like a power switch. Nice, that got in a shot right before it went down. Alright. What do we get up to? Ooh, nice! We got up to 23.4, so we're almost back up to where we were with the Dyson Swarm before I turned it off, before I turned off all of my base's power. Yay. Okay, so now we're looking at like 80%, almost flickering up to 90%. Oh, I think we're almost there, actually. I think after the next Dawn's firing, I think we should be good. I could definitely improve that if I did something about these, because the oil refineries consume a frankly ridiculous amount of power. Yeah, they're basically a megawatt, like, by themselves. Unfortunately, no good way for me to actually disconnect them. At least, not really a good way to disconnect either of these. Well, you know what? That'll eventually actually do the job, because its output is now jammed, so as soon as that fills with product, that'll shut down, and then that'll be a megawatt down. We are kinda close to dawn. I do worry about possibly getting eclipsed. I hope not. Let's go to the, what's the view? M. Alright, I might end up actually not being able to fire this Dawn. Yeah, I think we're gonna be eclipsed too hard by the gas giant to actually get the shots off. Crap. At the very least, production of the solar cells is still working. Yeah, this is This'll be kind of rough. Oh. That's when my satisfaction suddenly dropped. Oh, nice. Cool. We're able to get shots again. And I don't think I'm actually going to have to manually disconnect, because I think these things are getting prioritized enough for power that it should just work. Man. Yeah, we definitely lost quite a bit of time on this firing just due to the gas giant being in the wrong spot. Turns out orbital mechanics get complicated when you're trying to power your base off of a Dyson swarm. Admittedly, I know that there's quite a bit of hand-waving going on anyway, so... yeah. All this, and I have to wonder to myself, maybe I need more guns. We did briefly hop over 100% though. It's actually really nice. Okay, reds are actually being the limiting factor here. I can drop off all the hydrogen I've been kind of scooping up. Why is the hydrogen here being limited? Well, because hydrogen's not being fed to it fast enough. But we've got plenty of hydrogen in the tank. Right? No. No, I disconnected that. Oh, I think because it was causing some backups, just some other spots. Alright, allow me to fix that. I couldn't tell you why I disconnected that in the first place. Yeah. Wait, lack of material. Oh, I turned off... ah, nice. Okay, I turned off the oil extractor. So now all of these are off. So the only oil refineries running are going to be those three. Okay, if I want to actually load up Dyson spheres, I know I'm going to need this research. Yeah, which is dependent on this, so I'm needing it either way. And then I'm going to need some kind of green goopy things and some sort of really funky looking battery. I mean, chip. Okay, I'm gonna need the quantum chip. So I'm gonna have to spec into this. Cashmere crystal. Oh boy, this'll be funky. Okay, I'm also gonna need hydrogen fuel rods, I believe that is. And these green crystal lenses, I think. They look kind of like crystals. Like a crystal lens, so... let's see if we can find out where that is. Okay, not there. Okay, gravitational wave refraction, the graviton lens, which is going to be needing strange matter. Oh no. Or... I think the carrier rocket needs a different type of fuel than just the hydrogen fuel rods. It's like the same color though, so... Man, it's a good thing that the game is continuing to do all this for me while I'm scouring the tech tree to try to figure out what material I'm needing. Ah, okay. Deuteron fuel rods, so fusion power. The crap. Information matrix, I'm gonna need that. Well, I need to get the information matrix anyway to get the quantum chip. So basically, I need to do everything up to, but not including the gravity matrix research. Although I need to do that if I want to put a spec into the Dyson sphere stress system, which would enhance it, but still. I think I actually am needing to spec into almost every other node on the grid. Hello! Let's see if I can't do something to Star-Lord AJ01. Pleasure to meet you. Here, in fact, let me actually just do myself a favor. Move my view of stream chat to the right. There we go. Okay, so up to 27.8 megawatts. 60% satisfaction with the bootstrappers offline. Pretty sure if I booted all three of them back up. No, actually, dang. Alright, come on, baby. So, yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be a rather long time. A rather long time until I can actually get the Dyson sphere going. Oh, aren't they Dyson rings? Is the next upgrade? No, Dyson shell. Okay. Yeah, not the view I want to pull up. T. Alright, I'll have to remember that. It might actually be worth just DQing the thruster and the planetary logistics system. I mean, arguably it makes sense to cut this research short, but it's not that bad. Ah, good. Guns are firing. I need those. I need those going. Okay, production's still going well, and even the photon combiners are going well. Yay! Looks like I'll actually get to keep my base. I started making the structure matrix. Energy structure. Yes, yes, I have. Sorry, I forgot the technical name for that one. So yeah, I have the structure matrix. It's mostly automated, I think is probably the best way to put it. I do have to be manually feeding it titanium. Yeah, well, it's kind of like Factorio. More people. People more easily recognize them by the colors rather than the technical names. Yeah. Okay, at the end of this firing, we are up to 31 megawatts. Now, I don't believe I've actually seen you around here, Star-Lord, so are you, is this your first time here, or have you seen some of the previous episodes in this, dare I call it, series? Ah. Then in that case, I should probably explain why I'm obsessing so much over the Dyson swarm. Because normally, since it's such a lossy process, trying to rush it this hard is kind of ridiculous. Basically, for the heck of it, I've pretty much disabled all other forms of energy. In fact, these backup engines were just because I was kind of in a bit of a death spiral for a bit, where the guns didn't have the power they needed to fire. So, we're lowering ourselves down to just the one engine. And even that I'll be getting rid of at some point. And then I'm thinking... yeah. Okay, so copper, silicon bar, and small computer. Cool. It was basically house ruled a little while back that solar panels would be okay. Yes and no. Right now, what I have is I have 2 ray receivers at each pole, basically where they're going to get the most uninterrupted sun time, because they actually get more efficient at converting power from the swarm to regular power. The longer they've got a continuous exposure. So it's actually better, kind of in my case, to try to have some that maintain maximum exposure for the most amount of time. But yes, as I mentioned, it was kind of house ruled that solar panels could be okay for backup. So what I'm what I think is going to be a much smarter plan is just Slapping down a ton of solar panels all over the place, because these
The
are...
amount of your solar sails has reached a certain scale, and they have formed a Dyson swarm.
Oh, interesting.
You should be able
I've
to
apparently
clearly
just
see
now triggered it, now that I've got...
to receive such
Oh,
energy,
I've got
you have
1,000
built
in
an
orbit.
array receiver to absorb the transmission, where Dyson swarm can generate power simultaneously. Every solar sail launched for a certain life cycle. If you want to maintain the Dyson swarm, you have to continue on injecting the solar sails.
I still can't decide if this is just a really professional voice actor or a bot, because he's speaking normally, but the sentence is weird. And I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards actor too, just because getting the intonation right on what is effectively a malformed sentence is really impressive. On second thought, I think I kind of want to reconfigure this to go up. I believe I can straight shot over. No. Wait, I don't need to. Excellent. And now all of this hydrogen will be flowing into my little hydrogen storage tank. Hopefully, assuming I've got this right. Looks like it is. Awesome. I suppose it would actually be kind of cool to be able to get an idea of how long until morning, but that is a non-trivial question to ask. Especially given, well, really the scope. The scope of the game and just kind of the crazy crap you can get up to. Ah, okay. So we are now a pure solar operation. I believe that is actually everything. I'm just gonna comb the planet to make sure that I haven't missed any wind turbines I might have put down for some reason. Ah! Crap. There is still a wind turbine right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. There are none out there. There. All the wind turbines that used to be placed down have now been totally eliminated. deposit those up there and these here. I just kind of have them stuffed in here, just because the storage shouldn't be getting too full, and honestly, I just don't care. I'm just glad to have those now useless machines out of my inventory. Oh, okay, that's the copper line. Research is coming along. What is the holdup? It is my yellows. Kinda as is to be expected, because the production of these titanium diamonds is actually really, really hard. Although it seems right now the bottleneck's actually plastic. Alright, how hard will it be to get... not too bad, I think, actually. No. Oops. Okay. Do I think that'd be enough to get me a brand new chem plant down? I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. Yes, if I place it slightly off center. You know what? It's hideous. I'm doing it. Okay, so you need to be producing that stuff. There's also no power going to this. That may be something I should resolve. Now we'll put that there. Okay. So this gets the crunchy coal. Left is the refined oil. That is going to be a little tricky. There we go. That should do it. And I'm still within my limits for... Awesome. So now, my organic crystal producers should start running at full capacity now that I'm producing more plastic for them. Although at the cost of more power. Which I am actually doing okay with. Holy crap. I'm even getting charge in. Granted, there's like 4-something megawatts. Because there's the oil refineries and an oil extractor, which is basically another megawatt. So, yeah, 3 or 4 megawatts that are currently turned off. So while my situation is pretty good, it's still a bit tenuous. Oh well. I think I got screwed out of my guns firing again. I think it's just gonna be a little while before that just operates perfectly, but we are close to getting Solar Sail Life 1 done, which, holy crap. That's plus 2.5 minutes to the life of the solar sail, which should really help out a lot. What was that, Star-Lord? Ah, I see. Okay. Photon combiners seem to be going well. They seem to be working well. And I still have plenty of these things still hooked in. Even with discharging, still running into quite a few problems with, yeah. Ah. Tis something I've noticed as quite a bit of a theme. Most of the people who end up watching my stream end up playing it, usually at the same time. I can somewhat imagine that your setup is probably a bit cleaner than mine. Although I am kind of proud at how the Crunchy Coal line turned out. It's just a shame that soon I decided that I would be moving away from using it. Insert said copy pasta from Miller in The Phantom Pain. How much longer do I have in this? Yeah. Does the job is sometimes the best you can hope for. Okay, it does seem that I am going to be running really low on light oil pretty soon, so I might have to re-enable all that crap, which I really don't want to do, because that is a huge power draw. By the way, I was right. Organic crystals are being produced again. At double the rate, which should basically mean double the rate at producing titanium crystals, which means double the rate at which I'm producing yellows. Which I may even be able to start getting a third lab up and running soon. Why am I holding sulfuric acid? Ah, jeez. I swear, just when I thought that I had everything, there was a thermal power station running that whole time that had been burning oil. That is specifically not allowed. I remember placing that thing down too, now that I think about it. Oh well, it's gone now. Am I really just gonna have to spam solars to actually get this to work? Because I don't really want to. Then again, the swarm has has dropped by 25%. That's, I mean, that's not going to be good for my anything. Yeah, one thing that I actually kind of find interesting is that, from my understanding of how the sorters work, it's actually power neutral to upgrade them. Since, they'll consume double the power, but move at double the speed. Thus ultimately consuming the same amount of power per item. It's kind of an interesting thing that I kind of picked up on. Yep, I think I'm out of the top speed ones. Don't worry, that is why I literally have a machine crafting them for me. Of course, the game is behaving a little weird just because it keeps thinking that I'm wanting to select the conveyor belt. Ah, come on. Oh wow, I used up all my blues again. Oh, I mean, I am doing a mass replace of everything. But yeah, pretty much the only downside to using the max speed sorters is, well, just the material cost, which luckily isn't that bad because the sorters themselves at least upgrade 1-to-1. I would actually be kind of really miffed if they didn't, though. And yeah, plus as an advantage, I actually get to cut down on a couple sorters. Too much Factorio. Cut down on quite a few sorters in actually quite a few places, just because of the ridiculous speed that I can get now. Alright, and yeah, that's just my mission for today, apparently. That's not even using the highest tier of motors, so it's possible that in the future there might be another tier of sorter. I kind of doubt it, just because, well, because of how ridiculous it is these things get already. There's not really much point. What level of sorters? Level 3. The max, as far as I know of. Because I think after that, well, yeah, the planetary logistics system is kind of its own thing. Yeah. Yay, solar sails are gonna last a bit longer. But yeah, so the Sorter Mark II. Actually, heck, I'll just pull up the crafting menu so that I can pull up all 3 tiers. So 1.5 trips per grid at 18 kilowatts. Whereas the Sorter Mark II is 36 kilowatts, so double the power, but double the sorting speed. And that trend continues to the Mark III. So they all have the same idle consumption. And in terms of powering time, they're actually, all 3 of them are equivalent. Oh, plus once you're doing the Sorter Mark IIIs, there's actually an assisting research. The sorter cargo stacking, which will let them pick up multiple at once. So pretty much just for the cost of motors, you can actually get some really, really powerful sorters. Ah, crap. I missed quite a few, actually. A bunch over here. Then there's, you know, quite a few smaller ones that are actually pretty easy to miss. Almost. See, and the plus side is, once I have all these replaced, then there will be literally no reason for me to have any other types of sorters besides the tier 3 ones. You know, because I won't ever end up picking up any lower tier ones just kind of on accident or just kind of as a byproduct of upgrading other ones. I'll have to check what tier I'm using on kind of the smaller on the satellite planet that I have a base set up on. Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 3. Heck yeah. Alright, so that's everything on this side of the base using Tier 3s only. Power is really tanking. And then again, I'll be getting the most power once these fully kick on. Yeah, they're at 45. I don't know. Either way, I'll just let that continue running for a little longer. Oh wow, a lot of sorters. Jeez. Too many. Yeah, this is why I'm getting all of this out of the way now. And then I'll never need to think about sorters again, because it's like, alright, I'm automatically producing the best ones. Of course, what'll be really fun is later on, if I start a new save, I'm gonna go back to being really confused because the key presses that I'll be using to place down sorters will all of a sudden not work because, well, I'll be expecting the other key bindings. Okay, then I know I'm gonna have to replace all those, which really isn't that bad. And then there's just my secondary oil stage. Oh, and the other iron mine I have set up. Oh, what do you know? I am actually out. Ah, it feels so nice to fly around in this game. Absolutely brilliant. Well, actually, yeah, that's not going to have any sorters because that outputs directly. Alright. That should be the last of the Mark II sorters. Now, every sorter, at least on this planet, is using the proper stuff. You know, come to think of it, how much power am I actually burning with all these? Pull this up. Wow. Okay, so 3 of these equal a megawatt, so I'll actually end up saving quite a lot of power once this this comes down, because 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt, literally 3 megawatts of power. That might actually be enough to just put my oil system back online too. Speaking of, how is that doing? Yeah, I am running a net deficit, but it's not the worst. Although I am going to have to figure out what I want to do with the hydrogen. So I'm actually burning through that. Well, I'm actually, the opposite. I'm not going through it as fast as I thought I would. Actually, what I'm gonna do. So, I need to remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th slot, 2nd row, 50. So, someone remember that for me. 5th slot, 2nd row, 50. I mainly just kind of wanted to make sure that that my production of solar sails is working well enough. Ah, yeah, that would work. Then there's actually no chance of misinterpreting everything. I appreciate that quite a lot. Thanks, Star-Lord. Still, my power grid's more functional than it's been in a while, actually, and that's actually kind of sad. Oh well. Oh yes, I'm currently holding on to some sulfuric acid. I'd rather not be. Where can I dump the sulfuric acid? Ah, right there. The organic crystals can go there to kind of boost the crafting rate of that. And then I think I'll actually try to drop off as much graphene as I really can. Yeah, couldn't drop off all that much. Just going and picking more up. Wrong URL though. That's yeah, that's gonna be for creating the thing. Unless Twitch chat is truncating the URL, but I'd be kind of surprised if that were the case. To stride among the fields of blue. Actually, if I pick that up, that is why. I don't have enough leaves. I've got plenty of wood. Oh well. I can still toss those. Get this going. Actually, you know what? I think I shall go pick up a little bit more crunchy coal just for the trip. And go head off to the other planet rather than just keep there we go. Slowly speed myself up. Yeah. One thing I actually do kind of find interesting is that you'd actually have to try really, really hard to softlock yourself. Because pretty much the only way that you could pull it off, from my understanding of the game, is you'd have to never research the Star Cruiser tech, and then manage to dump all of your planet's resources, all of your metals and such. And I think that'd be the only way, because even without the warp cores, you can still go to other stars. You just won't get there very fast because you have a max speed of 1 kilometer a second. Who knows, maybe that can be a video at some point. Drat, I thought these were the, Ah, I thought that was the fire ice vein that I'd set up shop at. Alright, I'll have to find the fire ice somewhere else. Which, apparently the fire ice is, apparently best thought of as a methane ice. Methane ice? I don't know. Oh, nice. Most of the system was already using what I want. Ah, jeez. Ah. I can follow this to get to the fire ice. Oh, geez, which is super full. Yep. Oh good, looks like it's gonna be in front, so if I aim like that... So yeah, I'm making my way back with a ridiculous amount of titanium. Probably another thing that could probably be really useful would be to start harvesting all the silicon and such, but yeah. Well, that's basically what you're going to be using titanium for at kind of the earlier mid-game. Later on, you can be making... Where are they? These. Titanium alloy, which also requires the those things. The titanium. Yeah, I can't even start cruise at full speed because, yeah. Oh, hydrogen fuel rods also require that? Let me make sure I land. Ah, yeah, so they do. Dang. Alright, so first off, I have to find my base. Of course, I happened to land on literally the other side of the planet. So we'll take a quick jaunt. Ah, crap. Yeah, not enough power to sustain hovering. Could juice myself up off the power grid, but no, it's having a rough time. In fact, I think I might even have to jump start it again. Drat. I'm gonna have to try to bootstrap this. I say try, it's not really gonna be that hard. There we go. I'll set up the last two right here. What game was I playing where it was O to rotate? Oh, oxygen not included. Just playing a bit of that. Was kind of fooling around with some friends. I inspired one of them to set up an automated way to make omelets that didn't involve a duplicate doing anything at any stage. So literally, he was farming hatches for eggs. They'd crack on their own, and he'd basically autonomously heat them, so they turned into omelets. And it was so cool. Yeah. Alright. Guns are firing. I should get a rather good fire mission on this. Considering we're at 90s, roughly. Really jumping about. Just because of different types of man, too. Which is kind of crazy. How much power do chem plants eat? Ah. Dang, pretty much everything starts using just shy of a megawatt. Alright. Now at 100%. Now at 30.2 megawatts. Still being held up by lack of yellow. Yeah. Because we got our blues and reds. Ah. Thanks very much for the follow, Star-Lord. If you want, you can also hop into the community Discord and get a bit more of a heads up when I'm going to be starting streaming. And plus the votes and all that other good stuff. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am... Okay, I'm down to almost emptying that slot, but it is kind of the middle of a fire mission. Either way, I do think I am actually slowly going to be running out of solar mirrors. The sails, whatever. Okay. Oh, man. Welcome back, Star-Lord. And again, thanks for the follow. Alright, so, now that I've actually got a rather healthy, excess, do myself a favor and restart my oil. Ah, crap, I'm out of iron. I'm out of iron. One. No. We'll just kind of let that spin up. Yeah, during the day I've got a decent amount of power. Though I can imagine my regular solars are dropping off. Yeah, they're dropping off fast. But I think even once they're fully dropped off, between the bootstrap engines and my Dyson swarm, which is actually doing really well. We're up to 1,049, so 37.5 megawatts. Ah, heck. Hold on, I'm just gonna nick some computers. Okay, and yeah. So I've concluded that that there's likely a small deficit that's being built up. So by just upgrading these to assembly machine Mark IIs, which are what? Yeah, so 50% faster each. That should be enough to fully keep up with production. And then at that point, I'll just kind of have to keep an eye out on the ingredients manufacturing just to make sure that that can keep up too. What is really left? Okay, definitely cue that. Alright, so now that I've kind of stabilized that a little bit, I can't just have that auto in queue. Should I even really work on the planetary logistics system? I think I might actually just straight up pass on that for a bit. Go up to deuterium fractionation and mini power gen, particle control tech. Definitely gonna need the high strength glass and the cashmere crystal, even the miniature particle collider. I'm gonna have to get that and that. And, well, that, obviously, but, yeah, there's gonna be a ton. Okay. And now that I've got a bit more confidence, I'll cut half of the umbilical. Although I'm pretty sure I'm now in discharge. Wow, discharging still not satisfied. Yeah, those things are 2 megawatts each. Granted, I could recover some of my power if I went and turned off my oil. Again. Oh geez, but that is not a good idea. I am actually really, really low on the light oil. Yikes. I may need more guns. Hook in another gun. Set for orbit 1. Ah, by the time I set it up, it already was at the pitch limit. Oh well. Well, I don't know what that means for me. It means that I'm gonna go make myself another gun. I'm just gonna solve all my problems by just having more guns. And I'm sure eventually it'll backfire hard on me, but for now it's working. Okay, so take this, put there. Alright. So now that's the whole 2 more guns loaded. Though honestly, just to kind of keep this from getting too far out of hand, extend this actually just along that side. Yeah. Perfect. So now I've basically forced myself to start lining them back up along here. Speaking of, I actually have to wonder, like how much the various properties of the orbit actually really matter. I'm not actually sure. I get the feeling that, well, I suppose generation wouldn't really be affected, because I assume they're going with a simplified model of solar power and just kind of assuming that all power reaches it eventually. But I think what it actually might have to do more with is just with the way the guns fire. And so you could probably optimize that a little bit. Okay. Rear guns should be firing soon. Ah, bugger. I'm eclipsed. Dang. Well, I can tell you this much. If I was really wanting to go ham on this, I'd actually probably set up shop on one of the other planets. Ugh. And then again, I think this is the only planet in this system that has oil. And, well, I suppose I could get away without it if I had a consistent supply of fire ice. That's an idea. So I need these, which needs stone. I also need circuit boards, which is iron and copper. Okay, so now I actually have to do the math on this. So it's got fire ice, it's got stone, it's got copper, it's got iron. Not too particularly much, but I could totally set up. Yeah. Yeah, I could actually set up a manufacturing center here. Awesome. Oh, I still just love the way the mech looks. But yeah, that actually will probably end up being an objective for next time, but certainly gives me an interesting goal to work towards. Because it would actually really help out to have a factory that's more really just dedicated to pumping out solar sails and firing them. Plus, that particular planet really won't see much interference. Because, yeah, the inclination is quite a ways off from anything near it. It itself isn't, okay. Don't do that. Jeez. Graphics card, why? But yeah. That would be a really, really good choice. I mean, heck, pretty much, come to think of it, the only things that actually could possibly interfere would be that point and this point, or maybe this point. Basically 2 points where Ursae Majoris 1 and 2 could cause problems by getting in the way. Heck yeah. Aha, nice. And now that I'm getting even more efficiency out of it, what do you know, it's working better. Even though I'm going to be losing quite a bit. Out of curiosity, what is my dissipation at 56.7%? So the ray receivers will have a base efficiency of 43.3%, and that'll get boosted as they get continuous reception. Yeah, hopefully you can see why it's ultimately a lot better to just try to have a bunch that'll just get a few that'll get as much sun as possible, just for the sheer efficiency bonus. But that'll be for next time. Next time will be Honestly, I could probably just dedicate the entire episode to that. Just let this kind of tick away on its own. Yeah. So, I'll call it here. Oh, okay. Definitely don't hit that button. Yeah, no. Don't load the save and literally just nuke everything. But yes, I will see you. I will see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Kinda depends how I'm feeling about the stream schedule. But thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to check out the community Discord and possibly the YouTube channel, both of which are in the description. And I'll see you around. Ta-ta.